It's not about saving money all the time. It's about whether or not our money is producing the life that we want to have. You're sorting through your decisions based upon the life you want to have 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now, which does include savings and investment decisions, but it doesn't need to mean that you don't have the opportunity to enjoy life in some really luxurious ways. Hey, Sound Financial family, this is Paul Adams coming to you from the Sheep Mountain Range today in the Nevada desert. Family and I are on a vacation. I've got to share with you guys a little bit of a cheat code that I discovered thanks to my wife and made Disneyland wildly different. But I drove out here to the Sheep Mountain Range to go to a spot that I used to backpack as a young man. Just had enough time before the family's going to get up this morning to get out and see a little bit of this part of the country. So I'm a place outside of Las Vegas, about 40 minutes on dirt roads to get after I got off the hardtop. And it really speaks to the opportunity to get away and see unique things most people never get to see. For instance, I don't know if you can quite see it here, but we happen to be at an altitude where these Joshua trees just grow tremendously. They're a really slow growing, delicate desert plant. And at the right time of day and you get the right part of this road, you can see them look like a carpet stretching out across this desert valley. But let me tell you about the cheat code on this family vacation that I hope will serve you guys. No financial information today, just maybe what's going to sound like a terrible financial decision. So my family and I went to Disneyland and the California Adventure. We got tickets, they call it the Park Hopper ticket, where you can do both sides. And normally what you do is you get your regular ticket, and I'll have Cherry on our team put up actual prices here on screen. But you have your regular ticket per person that allows you to do both parks. And then you can add on the Fast Pass. And if you add on the Fast Pass, it's this thing that allows you to, on your app, say, I want to be in this line, and you show up at that line at a certain time, and then you get to skip the really, really long line. The problem with that is you can only do one at a time. You kind of have to ride lots of other rides. And if you're really diligent, you can ride some of the most popular rides and not have to be waiting in line for hours at a time. And then there's this concierge level VIP experience that you pay like by the hour, and you can have up to 10 people, and you have a concierge that walks you to the front of a lot of these lines. Same kind of lightning pass line. But what we learned about is that in between these two, there's something called the Premier Pass. Now, the Premier Pass, I think after taxes, everything else, made our trip to Disney about $600 a person. Cherry will do some math here on screen and tell you what the real math is. I'm on family vacation, so I didn't want to look all this up ahead of time. Thank you, Cherry, in advance. Everybody, if you would, in the comments, say, thank you, Cherry, for doing math. So in any case, this Premier Pass, what it allows you to do is just walk up to every Lightning Pass line, or Lightning Pass lane, they call it. So you can walk right to Lightning Pass and go right through a line. Now, there's a limitation. If you love a ride, you can't redo it unless you pay like Rise of the Rebellion, I think is the name of the Star Wars ride we were on. And you could pay like an extra $30 if you wanted to redo that ride. And you can do that right in the app. But I got to tell you guys, it was amazing. I can't look at my phone right now, but there is an incredible time savings. I'm talking Guardians of the Galaxy. The regular line was over 3 hours, and the Lightning Pass lane was 55 minutes through to the end of the ride from the time we got in line. Most of the other rides were about 10 minutes, saving us 35 to 55 minutes per ride. To translate that for you, what would have taken us to hit all of our top rides in Disneyland, like all day, it would have taken, even with a Lightning Pass. And yet we got through all of those before noon, and we weren't even there for park opening. We didn't walk in the park till 9:30. Then we were able to go over to Disneyland Adventure and ride all the rides we wanted to ride there. And we were done in one day. I think there's some of you in the audience might be very skilled Disney people that don't need this kind of assistance. But for people like us that just get to Disneyland every few years when it works out and we're in the right part of the country, etc., this is a game changer. Total cheat codes. My wife and I, on the entire drive here to Nevada yesterday, just multiple times started gushing to each other about what an incredible Disney experience it was. And it made it more expensive, but it also allowed us to just do one epic day at Disney, never have to be in a rush, never rushing to the next line, no schedule with our lightning pass that we have to be over to this part of the park by this time. It did cost something, but what we recovered in the way of memories, lack of stress, etc., absolute game changer. Not to mention, I think we would have needed to stay 2.5 days to actually be able to see all of the things that we got to see in one day. And we didn't even have to shut the park down to ride all the things we wanted to ride. We did stay till like 10:30, I think, but a breeze compared to when I've done Disneyland in the past. So for those of you ever considering Disneyland, I would highly, highly recommend, if you're going to do 2 days, do one day, do the Premier Pass, and then have a day to hang out at your hotel and relive your memories together and your favorite things that you experienced as a family. Total game changer. Premier Pass, Disney, way expensive. It felt a little bit indulgent when we were doing it, but we're like, well, the kids being the age they are, maybe this is one of the last times we'll do Disneyland together where the kids want to ride all the rides and still hang out with us. And I don't think I can do Disneyland again without doing either a Premier Pass or that concierge that you pay for by the hour, because I would much rather, if I was a regular Disneyland person having experienced this, I'd rather go every other year than every year, but have this Premier Pass instead. But it's just a reminder that it's not about saving money all the time. It's about whether or not our money is producing the life that we want to have. And that's what I hope for all of you watching this, is that you're sorting through your decisions based upon the life you want to have 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now, which does include savings and investment decisions, but it doesn't need to mean that you don't have the opportunity to enjoy life in some really luxurious ways. And for those of you that know my wife and I, you'll know that we are really, really cheap in a lot of ways. But the things that matter to us in life that are going to create the memories and our family culture that we want, that's a game changer. Now, I'll close with this. My wife and I began this trip by going to a marriage retreat in Coronado. And what they talked about on this marriage retreat is, what do you want your family to look like 100 years from now, 200 years from now? Do you want your children's children's children to have relationships with one another? Do you want them to have a certain value set? Do you want the family to work together in entrepreneurial opportunities? And it was a really amazing visioning of our life and what we want that to look like and what life needs to look like while we still have our kids at home, to really establish a culture that can last generations. It involves really getting to know what your children want to be up to. It involves doing family values and a family mission and vision statement. The somewhat confronting thing was, have you done planning for your family and legacy at least as much as you've done planning for your business or planning for your career? So we're going to have more on that. Lonnie Geiger, who led that, we're going to have him on the podcast soon. Can't wait to share with you guys more about it. But on the back of having done this family retreat, learning about legacy, having done this unique thing that we wouldn't normally have done with these Premier Passes at Disney, and then just getting the opportunity to come back up here and enjoy one of the things in life that didn't cost anything but some fuel to get, well, in this case, electricity, but all it takes is a little bit of fuel to get up in the mountains, and you can enjoy some amazing parts of life, sometimes at a luxury level like this money that we spent going to Disney, but sometimes it could be something like this that you get a chance to enjoy yourself or your family, that is a level of wealth that just requires autonomy and freedom to go do the things, but don't require a bunch of capital to get there. So with that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and that you get back out there and keep on living a great life.